So you're looking for the trading tools that you can use in trading. What are the best trading tools for you to make you a profitable and a successful trader? And I'm going to show you what you need today, what the best way is to trade. I've been doing this for 30 years. It's a long time, but nothing's changed over the years. What has changed though is what you need to trade. And it's so much easier these days than it was 30 years ago. I gotta tell you, things have changed a hell of a lot. Things have got so much better. But I'll take you to the charts today and I'll show you a trading system that will help you to become a profitable trader, or at least a break-even trader if you're losing at the moment, because we all know that trading is risky and 80% of traders do lose money. With that said, if you don't like risk and you don't like losing money, rather don't trade. So many people will disagree with me on that point. But what do you need? What do you actually need to start trading? Well, very easy. On the hardware side, it's the easiest thing in the world. All you need is a cell phone. All you need is a laptop. You don't even need a big computer setup or all the fancy screens or all the fancy offices or anything to that effect that all these fancy traders show you, because you're thinking, oh, I need all this fancy equipment. Well, actually, you don't, guys. You can literally use your cell phone. You can literally use your laptop. At the end of the day, what you're looking for is a good broker that will give you software that you can trade on. At the end of the day, every single good broker will give you the software that you need to trade on. And in fact, most of them will even give you a demo account to practice on before you start trading with your real money. So as far as equipment goes and the best tools to use, really guys, you don't need anything to trade, because the misconception that everybody has in the stock market is that they need some kind of special equipment, some kind of special monitors, some kind of special screens for them to get ahead with their trading. At the end of the day, it's all about picking the right trades. What you actually need, the best tool for you in the market and the best way for you to become profitable, guys, is not even a strategy. It's a mindset. If you've got the right mindset and you've got the right psychology, then you can become a successful trader. The biggest tool that you need in the stock market, oddly enough, guys, is actually your brain. You just need to use your mind. You just need to use your head, and you need to get your head around a couple of really simple concepts. And one of those concepts that I really struggle to get through to everyone, I've had so many comments in on this. I've had so many people coming back to me on this and so many people disagreeing with me on this. Most likely not because, it's most likely because you just don't associate it with the right part of trading. Let me put it that way. You're probably looking at it from the wrong perspective. Now the perspective is simple. If I was to toss a coin 10 times, would you agree that 5 times it will land on tails, 5 times it will land on heads? Now the basis of this is that that's a 50-50 game. In other words, 5 times it wins, 5 times it loses. The strategy is simple, and that is, for every 5 losers, you lose the 1 coin, and for every 5 winners, if I was to give you 2 coins for every one you won, you would take that trade all day long. You wouldn't walk away from that. You would be super excited about having that trade. So what I'm going to do today is, after we've been to the charts, I'm going to discuss this 50-50 system with you in depth so that you understand it better, and then I'm going to give you your free gift and we're going to talk about what's up next. So let's go to the charts first, and let's go and have a look at the trading system and how to trade and how to be profitable. And then we'll come back to the 50-50 of trading in the stock market, a little bit of the mindset and the fear that goes around trading. Let's get on with it, guys. Let's talk about the best trading tools for traders. And many of you will think that that is basically indicators that you can use that can change the world for you. Look at all these indicators that are available. Millions and millions and millions of indicators. Look, I must admit, this TradingView charting package does give you a hell of a lot of indicators, and if you're into indicators, that's the way to trade. One of the big things, guys, so many people don't believe in my 50-50 principle because they think because you've got an edge that you somehow have to win in the stock market, not understanding that you get buyers and sellers in the market. We'll discuss that after the charts, and we'll see why I say that all the time. I struggle to get it over, and I struggle for everyone to understand. I understand that you've got an edge here. We all understand understand that we believe we've got an edge here. But it's not about these indicators. It's not about the system. It's really all about how you manage the system. So for example, if you're on the US 500 here and you had taken a long trade here, that's your system. You've got an edge. Look, 2 green bars. Surely it's going to go long and carry on going up. The understanding, of course, is that it had hit resistance a number of times and broken downwards, and there was a lot of negative sentiment in the market, but it broke through the support and it's turned it into a resistance. So your stop loss for your long trade would have been down here and your stop loss would have got taken out. But for those of you who believe you've got this superior edge and you're going to win 9 trades out of 10 and you're never going to lose, you would probably still be in the trade and you'd be quite happy because it's going up here, but it's most likely going to continue on short and cost you money. That's the problem. The edge is, if you take this trade, there's no guarantee that you're going to win. You have to understand that you have a coin flip chance of winning. Yes, you have the advantage of knowing that there's a strong possibility, effectively 8 times out of 10, that you could win this, and 2 times out of 10 that you could lose, right? But that's the problem, is we believe that we're always going to win. The 50-50 principle applies in the sense that there's a chance, whether you have this system or not, that you could win or you could lose. The 50-50 principle doesn't apply to everyone's individual edge and say that everyone's individual edge has only got a 50% chance of winning. Everybody's edge should have a 60 or 70% chance of a win rate. But what it's all about is you as a human being have got a 50% chance of winning. And if you understand that, you can make less on your losses or lose less on your losses and make more on your wins, giving you a profit margin, because it doesn't help for you to win 7 times and lose big 3 times. It helps for you to kind of lose 7 times small and win big 3 times and make a profit. That's what it's all about. The principle doesn't mean that it's written in stone that your edge is useless and you're only going to make 5 trades out of 10. Maybe your edge is good. Maybe your edge can make you 7 trades out of 10, but it's not the edge that's going to make you money. It's not the system that's going to make you money. What it is you. I'm rambling on now and I should be showing you how to trade. Let's have a look at the euro US dollar. How do you pick your levels when you go into a trade? Now, I've shown you this a number of times. We go to the day trade, the day chart, and when we're on the day chart, all we do is we take it to the line chart, and on the line chart, let's remove all of these drawings so that we've got a clearer picture. What we do is we look for levels on the line chart that are more relevant. So what we're looking for is a support. So in other words, an area where the price comes down to and it sort of sticks in that area. So the reason I use the line chart is because it runs nicely on closing prices, and that's what you're looking for. You're really looking for closing prices. You must redraw these on a weekly basis so that you get a clear view of where the price is at the moment. Very difficult to draw a resistance level in here because of that particular high there and that particular high there, but we can draw one in based on this because we do have these highs. So let's just put a resistance in over there because there is a resistance, and now we know where our main support and resistance is for the day. We know exactly where we want to be. Now, I just took this at random, by the way. I didn't choose the euro US dollar because I had something going here. There we go. That's better. Right, now, I didn't choose this because I thought, oh, euro US dollar. I know it's in my head. So I just thought we'll use this one. It's fine. Anyone will do. So now we've picked our levels. That's our main area of support. That's our main area of resistance. Now we take it back to a time frame that we want to work on. I like to work on the 4 hour, so we'll work on the 4 hour, but you can work on any time frame that you want. The reason I work on the 4 hour is because I can go and I can relax and I can do the things that I need to do during the day without concerning myself about anything. Now you can take levels within these levels if you want to. So for example, there might be a demand level here. There might be a trend. So for example, if there's a trend running up through here on the 4 hour, you can apply that trend, but don't let it confuse you. Just sort of know that it's there. That trend could be a turnaround point, runs into this trend and then carries on going upwards. There we go. So that is also something you could apply in your trading. Or if it breaks through here, then it's going short all the way to the support level. Right, so we've got our resistance up there. We can look for levels here as well. There might be another resistance, a small resistance in there. So what you've got to do is just keep your eyes open for this. You can put it on a line chart and just check there is a resistance there on the 4 hour that you can keep your eyes open for as well. Those areas do apply. So don't ignore them. Don't say they don't exist. They really do exist in the trading world, and you have to keep an eye on them. So it's not just about your daily resistance area and your daily support area. Your daily gives you your general trend. So if you're on the day, you can say, well, this looks like a pretty bullish trend up there with a bit of a bed and carry on up. But on the 4 hour, what it's showing us is that it's had a bearish run and now it's starting to recover. It hasn't broken structure because that's the structure there, and it's still a little bit short, but there's a good chance on this trend resistance that it's going to bounce and carry on to the long side. So that's what you're looking at, and that's kind of how you got to look at the trades. Take it to the higher time frame, get your major levels, and then look at the levels that are there on your lower time frame and just have a look at what direction you want to take. Your bias is to the long side, and then you're looking at, okay, what's happening on the lower time frame and where can I take my trade? That's as easy as it gets, and it's all about managing your risk. The whole 50-50 principle, guys, is about managing your risk, taking a small loss. So if you take this trade, keep your stop loss in an area where you feel that trade is now invalid, and then you can look for the longer profit or the more decent profit or whatever the situation. I'll discuss this in the live video, and we'll definitely keep on hopping on about the 50-50 principle so that people can understand what I'm talking about just a little bit better. So that's the charts. Now you've looked at the charts, you've looked at trading and how we're trading and how to put a support and resistance in, and it's very basic, very easy. Those are the tools you need. Those are the things that you need to have an edge. Now, the reason I wanted to show you the charts first before we continued on with our 50-50 story and the coin flip is because so many of you turn around to me and say, but we've got an edge, we've got indicators, we've got a strategy, so surely we should have a 60 or 70% win rate. We should be winning 7 trades out of 10 because we've got an edge in the stock market. Yes, you've got an edge, you've got a strategy, but the point of this whole scenario is how you apply your strategy, how you apply it at the end of the day. What's the point of having a 70% win ratio but still making a loss out of 10 trades? I showed you that just recently the other day on one of my videos where I showed you that I could take, I think I took 3 or 4 trades and I had a 67% win rate, but I was losing money on the overall account. Why is that? That's because you take one big loss and you take a bunch of small wins. It's easy to do that because that's why the strategy looks profitable. That's how these guys get you sucked into this. Use this strategy, it always wins. It wins 9 times out of 10. It's easy to win if the strategy goes into a win and you take your profit and you run away, and then when it goes into a loss you keep adding to the losses and the loss gets bigger and bigger and it takes you out. So while your strategy has got an edge, and I agree with you that your strategy's got an edge, even though the market is made up of a whole bunch of buyers and a whole bunch of sellers. Let's say there's 10 buyers and 10 sellers in the market. I'll just give you this analogy, right? There's 10 buyers and 10 sellers in the market. It's not very many, but okay. So we've got 20 people in the stock market. Imagine that. All right, so 10 of them want to buy, 10 of them want to sell. Which one of those guys do you think believes their strategy is rubbish and that it's never going to work? Okay, none of them. They all believe they've got an advantage. They all believe they've got an edge in the market. They all believe that they're going to be one step ahead. So the 10 sellers believe they're going to be one step ahead of the 10 buyers. That's human nature. That's who we are. That's why the stock market is actually a 50-50 game. Now, you see what I'm saying to you here? Do you get what I'm getting over here? So now you have an edge and you have a strategy in the market that you believe is going to win 7 trades out of 10. That's fine. I get that. No problem if that's what you believe and that's your feeling, because you've got to feel positive when you're trading. I mean, you don't get into trading to lose. Let's be honest. I don't know anyone who gets into trading with the hopes they're going to lose money. Nobody wants to lose money, but I believe trading is not about graphs. It's not about charts and strategies and indicators, even the fundamentals of the market. It's about your mind. It's about how you approach your business. It's about how you get over your fear in the stock market. Now, everybody has got a fear limitation, particularly when it comes to money, particularly when it comes to finance, because we all get scared when we start going into loss, when we start having that losing feeling. But do you know when you get more scared? When you've got a profit running in, you've got this incredible profit running, and you just want to take it. You're so scared that you're going to lose that profit that you will literally trade out of the trade. You'll literally close the trade right there because the profit's too big to lose. Whereas you could have just moved your invalidation point up or your stop loss up into a break even, and maybe even moved it into profit closer to the take profit trade. But even then, your brain's telling you, no, sell this trade, because otherwise we're going to lose that little bit of profit. You've got to settle down. You've got to change your mindset, because you know what you do when you're losing, don't you? You know what you do when you're losing. When your trade starts losing, 9 out of 10 of you, I can guarantee you that 9 out of 10 of you will add to that trade to try and average it back, average it down, so that you can get out of the trade at possibly a break even. And if you get out at a profit, what are you going to do? Look at my win rate. I got a 70% win rate because I got out at a profit. Yet you actually added to a losing trade, which sort of came back into a tiny little profit, which means you're basically on a negative stop loss, and now you're claiming a good win rate. Do you hear what I'm saying to you here? Do you get this? So many people argue with me on this or discuss this with me, and I'm not trying to get at you, but believe me, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to make you understand that it's not about the charts. It's not about the edge. It's not about the system. Yes, we need that. Obviously, we need that, because without that, we wouldn't be able to sort our risk out. We wouldn't be able to manage our trades. But what we're trying to manage here is making smaller losses and bigger wins in the market. Now, I had someone comment to me the other day with regards to I had one trade where there was $100 stop loss and a $500 win on it. And they said, well, there's more like a 70% chance that you're going to hit the $100 stop loss. Well, okay, I accept that. There's no problem with that. But imagine if I hit the $500 profit. Imagine that. You take that trade all day. So even if I'm working on a 70% loss ratio, if I win 3 times on that kind of ratio, I'm doing pretty well. So I just hope you can understand what I'm saying here. It's about approaching your business with a view to making a profit, with a view to my trade goes into invalidation, my trade goes into loss. Every trade that I take this week on this account, so you have an account that's $25,000, like our challenge account, for example, and you say, well, because they won't allow me to lose more than $1,000 a day, I'll make every trade risk $200. That's fine. No problem with that. But every trade has to have a $400 at least chance of making a profit. And if not, more. That way, if you're going to lose a couple of trades, and if you don't believe you're going to lose a couple of trades, you're in the wrong profession, guys. Seriously, don't become a car salesman or something, because if you don't believe you're going to lose trades, you're in trouble. You're going to lose a lot of money in this game if you don't believe you're going to lose trades. You've got to become a good loser psychologically before you can become profitable, before you can start making money. You have to get around this. You have to understand this. Otherwise, you are not going to make money. Everyone loses in the stock market. So when you take a loss, when you take that loss and it goes into invalidation, allow the $200 to go. If you lose 6 trades in a row, go with it. Work with it. You're waiting for that big trade that takes you long. The longer trade, the one that makes you money. There might be a couple in between where you'll only make your money back and you feel sorry, look, I've got to get out of this trade because it's just not making money. Or you put the stop loss or the invalidation higher and it comes back and takes it out. We all accept that. But at the end of the day, what you're looking for is that huge, big profit that comes from 1 or 2 of those trades. That's where the money lies, guys. The small losses, that's just part of trading. Stop worrying about your win ratio and start worrying about your profit. Start working out, am I making a profit or am I making a loss? Treat it like any normal business. This is a career, guys, and you're not going to become a millionaire in a day. Nobody does that. That's all rubbish, okay? Everyone that tells you can get into trading and just like that, I'll have a fortune and I'll be this and that. You can't turn $100 into $1 million. It doesn't work that way. This is a marathon, not a sprint. You have to learn how to do it, and you have to work your way in with the trades, and you have to learn how to manage your business, which involves managing your risk, and it involves becoming a good loser. Gosh, I struggle with this 50-50 to explain it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not explaining it correctly. or not getting it over. But I hope you guys understand what I'm saying to you. It's not about your charts. It's not about your strategy. It's not about, oh, but this one should make a 7-time win or whatever. It's about how you approach your trading. Two people can have exactly the same trading system, exactly the same trading system to the point, and both of them can trade it to the point, and the two will approach their trading and their fear completely differently, and one will make a profit, the other one will make a loss. And that's how it works. That's why this is a 50-50 game. For those of you that don't believe it's a 50-50 game, you're welcome to comment, but guys, I'm not going to sit and try and type it out every time. Watch the videos over again and try to understand it, please. It's so difficult for me to keep trying to answer it on a comment because it's difficult to explain in the first place. Let's get to the free gift. Guys, go down to the description, get your free Forex book. It's there for you, and I'm not asking anything for it. It's just a PDF regarding trends and that sort of thing. Follow your trend and all the rest of it on the strategy. It's a tool that you can use, so it's one of the best tools around, and it's free, so enjoy it. I also put out a trade of the day every single day on the secret blog, the free blog, just so that you guys can have an idea of what I'm doing and what you might be doing, if it's the same or if there's some kind of difference and you need to work it out. That's totally free as well. It's just an idea. It's not trading advice. I don't give trading advice. And on top of that, I also put out all the trades to the members that I'm doing or that are available. I just show which way market could go on those particular trades on that particular day. Doesn't mean I've traded all of them. And I also put a video out, well, I try to put a video out at least every morning, every day, so the guys can have a look at the basis of what's happening in the market and that sort of thing. But for that, you're going to have to join the membership on YouTube. It is a little bit extra. And obviously, all of this is extra work for me. And the reason I got into this is because I saw so many people trying to give people the misconception that they can make so much money in the stock market, that they can have 90% win rates, that they can turn $100 into $1 million. And it's all lies. It's not true, guys. And, you know, trading is much more difficult than that. And I give everybody lots of love with that, but it is difficult. It's not easy for you. And I just can't believe that people tell you it is. It isn't. And so many guys lose money because of that. And so, you know, how can you get someone to actually leave their job to go into trading with a view to they're not profitable yet, or they're not making money, or that? Guys, you've got to work it out before you move on. So just my point of view, just my feeling on the matter. I hope I helped you understand that, and I hope that works for you. Don't forget to come back for tomorrow's live show. Tomorrow's live show is at the US Open session. So we'll do that in South Africa. That's about 3. You know, I don't know what time it is in New York, but it's the opening session for there. Enjoy that. And then on Friday, we've got another video coming out, which will be with regards to the reality of trading in the stock market, which is basically what we've just covered now. But yeah, we'll go into a little bit more reality, and we'll talk a little bit further. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to go and watch those videos, and don't forget to watch all the videos in the past. If you've got any questions, I'm sure all the videos that I've made on this channel will give you the answers to most of those questions, but you're welcome to comment and you're welcome to ask. Thanks for watching. Till next time, cheers, thanks, and bye.